Hey everybody, it's Chelsea Texera. Thanks again for tuning in with us on Up to Date. Today we have Kiera on the show. She is a fashionista and a YouTube dating guru. Today we're going to talk about what it means to date up. We're going to drink a bikini martini, and we cannot wait to keep you up to date. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Up to Date. I'm your host, Chelsea Texera, and today I am stoked to have Kiera on the show. She is a fashionista and a YouTube dating guru. Kiera, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
Me too. So today, in your honor, we are having a summer-inspired bikini martini.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Ooh.
I took a big sip.
Good. We're going to need it for all the juicy details we're going to be getting into today.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are a San Diego local now, but where did you come from?
So I've been in San Diego now since 2013, and I came from Washington State up in the Pacific Northwest. It's freezing. It's not like this.
Okay.
So I started off going to SDSU. That was fun.
I went to SDSU as well.
Really?
Yes. What was your degree in?
It was in psychology.
Oh, nice. I took a lot of minor classes with psychology.
Yeah.
The psychology of personality was one of my favorite classes, but I was a comm major, so
Nice.
I really was interested in that
That
field.
makes sense.
Yes.
Very nice. Comm was good.
Yes.
And then I went to FIDM after that, fashion school, and a lot of people think it's in LA, but it's also in San Diego, downtown.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. Good to know.
Yeah, it overlooks the baseball field.
Oh.
So, yeah, and then I've been here ever since, and as time goes on, I feel like it's like I walked in, I said it's been 5 years. It's actually been 7 now. So, yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so that's great. Okay. So, so you've lived here for 7 years. Did you move here by yourself?
I did. So my dad was like, hey, you got into 2 colleges. And I was like, I don't know which one to choose. What do I do? And he's like, obviously you're going to pick the one that's like a resort. It's like a party. So he was all for it.
Okay, daddy.
Yeah, literally. He was like, I'm taking you to the, what do you call it? When you go in, it's like the orientation. He was like, I'm taking you.
Wow.
Because I guess he
saw
knew.
he wanted to come check it.
Yeah.
San Diego State has one of the most, I went to a couple different schools to check them out, and San Diego State was hands down the most beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Like the building and the people.
Yes.
I was like, whoa,
Yes.
like I'm a small
People
fish
for
here.
sure. Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So it was really fun. It was very impacted, if you know what I mean. But the people, the scenery, that's where I started learning like what San Diego was. I didn't know that I lived in San Diego, like what that means, because this place is awesome.
It is.
So
Did you live by state?
I did for
Okay.
a little while. I had 9 roommates, 8
Oh,
roommates,
boy.
6, 5. Now I have 0.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Took me 7 years, so.
Yeah, okay, so I had roommates up until this last year as well, but it's good. Like, once you're getting your feet, especially in a new place, like, you kind of need your baby bird. You need people to kind of lean on before you leave the nest.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do.
Okay.
Yep. So I have a younger brother, 2 younger sisters, and 1 older sister. Family is kind of all mixed up, but yeah, I'm the middle.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, love that. Great.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so what year did you graduate?
20.
Oh, we're bad at years today.
I know, 2016.
I did too.
2016, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't believe it's been 4 years. Same. It's like
I know.
so crazy, but
I'm always like, what have I been doing?
yeah,
this
what
whole
have I been doing
time.
this whole time, but it's flown by because once again, it's been fabulous and fun.
Right, exactly.
So, okay, besides San Diego, we live where people vacation.
Right.
Where are some of your favorite spots you've ever vacationed?
So one of my favorites, I would say, is Cancun.
Okay.
So I went to Cancun, I think it was in 2015
Okay.
with an ex-boyfriend.
Right
now.
before that graduation. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So with a boyfriend, and we just wanted to get away from San Diego. Our relationship was very controversial
Oh.
for whatever reason. So we get to Cancun. Actually, the flight there was very interesting. It was actually I just remembered it, actually.
Oh, wow.
The flight to get there.
Please do tell.
Well, we felt like we almost died. But, like, the plane, nothing happened with the plane. But it was just not, like, an easy flight for some reason. And then...
Like turbulence?
Yeah, and I got sick. And that never happened. So getting there, we fly in. It's 11 a.m. And we're like, hey, can we please get an early check-in? And... although I don't speak Spanish, neither does he really well, we understood that they said no. Like,
well, no is the same in many languages.
They said no,
it's the same
and we
in very many languages, yeah.
So we had to sit there. We were literally, I'm not kidding, about to die. Like, we just felt like we were going to die.
Sick?
Yes, I was sick. And you know, when you come off of like a plane and you're just exhausted, like you have to pay attention the whole time. If you're sleepy, you have to stay awake.
Well, especially in a country that doesn't speak your language.
Exactly. So we're at the hotel, literally about to die. And we're like, let's just go get some ceviche. And it's like one of those open resorts where the restaurant is like,
I don't know if this was a good decision or a bad one.
It was a good one. It was actually, it saved the trip.
Oh, good. Because sometimes raw fish might just take
I know.
a whole different way. Yeah.
Yeah. So it made us feel, it actually is the only thing that gave us life. I'm not kidding.
The ceviche saved.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah. So it saved us. We were revived. We started partying from there.
Okay. Hopefully you got some drinks with the ceviche.
Oh yeah. Lots of tequila. There's some parts that are fuzzy for good reasons.
What's your favorite alcohol?
Tequila.
Tequila?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this tequila?
No, this is actually a rum drink today. Duh. But next time you're on, we'll make a little tequila something.
A little something. So yeah, we did that. We went to Cocobongo. It's this huge venue. Oh my gosh, all these stories are coming back. My boyfriend actually got in a huge fight.
Why?
Because I was up standing on something dancing, per usual.
Right.
And someone makes some rude comment. I don't know what someone said, but they were probably like, oh, you're going to let your girlfriend do that. And he's obviously like, yeah. So he knocks him out. And then his two friends come up and they're like, what just happened? Why would you do that? Like, obviously more meaner than that, but I don't know how to sound like an angry guy. So they're like fighting, and then he knocks out those two. So there's 3 people laid out.
Are you still dancing?
Yeah. I wore a polka dot dress. I remember it. It was so cute. And I found out afterwards, and he grabs me from the thing I was on, and he grabs me and he's like, we need to get out of here. And I was like, why? Like, having a good time.
From cute to brute, he was like, we gotta go.
He knocked some people out, but that was
the first night?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that we started it with a bang.
Yes.
Okay.
The rest of the time, sipping tequila, getting massages.
That's my favorite part of vacations, honestly.
Exactly.
Massages.
The massages, those were really good. Lots of just like laying out, taking pictures. I think I was vlogging it, actually.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, my passion was back then. So
yes.
Yeah,
how it's developed.
No, it was so much fun. Yeah. Really, really pretty. I still have the pictures that I look back on. I'm like, he was a douche, but he wasn't back then. Oh. Or he is now.
Well, good thing that we sent him back.
I know. So. Yeah, it was
we got a nice trip out of it.
Yeah, it was like 4 days, I think.
Love that. That's perfect.
Yeah, we got scammed a lot.
Scammed a lot?
Yeah.
Because you guys had to have like at least a little bit of like key Spanish.
Yeah, and he had that. I think he speaks more Spanish than he told me, which is weird because like I like that. But we definitely got scammed all the time because they would just like up the price.
See, I can speak a pretty good Spanish, and so I've been to Mexico many times, but I went with a group of friends to Puerto Vallarta. Ooh. And it was a place, we ate at this place on the beach that I'd been to several times, and but like years before. We sat down to eat, and they took the menus away, but when they brought the bill out, I could tell that the prices were way more. And I said, let me see that menu again, please, and in Spanish. And they totally tried to upcharge us. I was like, no. They brought us back a whole different bill. Like,
see?
So you have to honestly, like, before you go, like, take a little, like, Spanish, to English kind of translator, because it'll save you a lot of money and a lot of, like, hassle. And then in hindsight, like, oh, shit, I just got scammed.
Yeah, it happened. But, other than that, everything's fine. I would go back with someone else.
Of course. It was somebody else or with girlfriends. Like anywhere in Mexico is really fun with girlfriends.
With girlfriends, yes. 100%.
Oh, good. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Cancun, love that. It's right in our backyard too. Love any destination in
like
Mexico.
Tropical. Anything beachy, like less is more on the beach. So I love that.
Right. This could even be good there. A little bikini martini on the Mexican sands, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what is place number 2?
Place number 2, which, oh God, it's honestly, maybe it might be 1, but I'll just go with it. Austin, Texas. I'm not kidding you. Like, you can see my face.
I know. So excited.
I was there for probably 24 hours. It was a solo trip, but it was the best trip of my entire life.
It was a solo trip?
Yeah, but
I love to travel solo.
I know. I've just started doing it. So Austin, Texas, I got invited by my friend who was performing at ACL, and I had never heard of ACL.
Okay.
All I've heard of is like Coachella and like, of course, what everyone else has heard of.
Austin City Limits.
Yeah, so you know what it is.
Yes, I haven't been though, but
you should go.
My last name's Texera. People call me Tex. I've called me Tex my whole life, but I have never been to Texas.
Really?
On a layover, but never left the gates.
Yeah.
And I need to put on my boots and go. Like, I'm ready.
Nice. So, at the festival, so we get backstage. I swap wristbands with a couple people. There's people, and I guess different people from LA, from Canada, from different places flew in. We were all backstage, kind of like hanging out. And the band goes on performing. It was just like alcohol, just like calm and fun to start off.
Did you say calm?
Calm. It was calm because I got there on day 3 and everyone had been there before. So everyone was kind of loopy at that point, but they were nice. So yeah, I got there literally by myself. Like I didn't know who would be there except for my friend. And then so I ended up, we went to like the backstage area, and I met these like other performers, and I was like, stay calm, because when it comes to music, I fangirl.
Music makes you lose control.
I fangirl hard for like performers, because I'm like, you're so talented, I love you, oh my God, like,
I know.
Sing to
what
me.
do I say to you?
No, I freaked out.
So who'd you meet?
There was this band, they were called Laundry Day. They were so cute. They're newer, and they're from New York. So I was like, oh my God, I can use the fact that I'm like a hot like 20-year-old, and they'll be like nervous. And so I don't have to be more nervous than them.
That's right.
Yeah, and I was like, take a picture with me, please. Like, I was freaking out because they were so cute. So we did that. I ended up falling in a ditch. I recovered. It was so much fun. Meeting 2 of my new best, like, closest friends now. I met them there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and we just went back to the hotel. We went out to a club. We went out to see Fisher was performing. It was like the best 24 hours of my life.
Oh, fun. Okay. So wait, so why were you only there for 24 hours again?
Because I came on the 3rd day of...
So but you just flew in for one night and flew back?
Yeah, I don't know. I just had to, because I was like, I don't want to stay here in San Diego. Like, I'm very spontaneous.
You had a wild hair. Okay.
Yeah, so I did that. We saw Lizzo.
I would have fangirled for sure.
Yes, and she did kind of some like, I guess like info that no one kind of knew, is that she requested them to change her stage from the main stage because she wanted the performance to wow more. So she chose a smaller stage that fits less of a crowd, but the crowd was oversized to that stage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like a little trick she did, and I was like, it worked. It was so much fun. It was back when, what is that song?
Good as Hell.
The other one, Why Are Men Great? That one.
They gotta be great.
That one. Imagine.
I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy. Yeah.
Imagine that song being like at its
You could have
peak.
had a bad bitch. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. I'd be freaking out.
Yes. So that was Austin, Texas, and everyone was so nice, and it was so clean. Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
I love that because
clean.
There's nothing worse than like, even I love San Diego. Our downtown gets a little nitty gritty.
Yeah, it's not like that by the Capitol building.
No. Love that.
So it was really nice. I literally would go back tomorrow.
Well, good. Because I have mentioned in a few episodes, but right now, more than ever, any of our U.S. citizens, is the time to check out different U.S. states, because going overseas, like, while you can still do it, like they are letting people fly out, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I just went to the UK for a month in February. I got back the day before before the travel ban.
Where did you go?
I went to London, Ireland, and Scotland.
Ooh. Do you have family? Is it like a family thing, or you were just like, let's just...
So I went for a week with girlfriends to London. They flew home. I went to Scotland for 4 days by myself. Scotland is one of my favorite places I've ever been.
Wow.
It was absolutely gorgeous. I met a little love interest there, which was fabulous. He was awesome. We still talk. And then I went to Ireland with a guy friend of mine who lives overseas too. That was amazing. And then I went back to London for 3 days by myself.
Okay.
So it was like a little over 3 weeks. It was awesome. But the day I was always supposed to fly home was the day that Trump announced the travel ban. So it was perfect. I wouldn't have traded it for the world. So I basically would have had to quarantine when I got home anyway. Yeah. But I just got to quarantine for an extra 2 months.
Would they have let you back?
Yes, because he did it for all non-UK travelers, and luckily, like when I travel, I've been all over Europe, but this trip, for some reason, God smiled upon me and was like, bitch, you're going to your roots. Because I don't have family there, like, that I know of, but I'm sure I do. I'm actually like 50% Irish and Scottish. So maybe, but I didn't track them down.
Yeah, you're like, not this trip.
Yeah, not this time. Maybe next time. Because I will totally go back. Like, it was not enough time. I'll say that. Yeah. So, like, because I like to go to each place for at least, like, 3 days. Wow. 3-4 days. But I could travel Scotland for, like, a month. That's
crazy.
It's
See, don't you, like, that's crazy?
I didn't think of that either.
You never know, like, what place you're going to be like, I'm staying here.
I was excited about Ireland more than Scotland, but when I got to Scotland, I was in awe. There was so much history. They're so funny.
Really?
Their accents are, like, it was so fun. It was beautiful.
That's nice.
Absolutely beautiful. And they have whiskey out the yang. So I did, like, a ghost tour, a whiskey ghost tour at night. So they give you a shot of whiskey and they take you to, like, all these little ghost sites. Mm-hmm. It was so sick. It was so fun. You have to go. I don't know if you were interested in going.
Is it Scotland?
I went to Edinburgh.
Which one's like the favorite?
Scotland. Scotland is number one. Have you been to London?
No, that's on my list. Like next year, I have a whole like European summer.
Yes. So London is actually weirdly, besides Thailand, the place that I've spent the longest out of like any. So I spent 10 days there. But because I went for a week and then I went back for 3 days. I loved London though. It's fabulous. I love a good accent.
Oh gosh, yeah. And I just want to get like outfits and.
It's so fabulous.
Like I have a caption plan. Like I'm not kidding.
Girl, please. Well, that's why I was so excited to have you, because I literally I'm so organized, and I feel like you are too.
Yes.
So before Kiera came on the show, she sent me her prep form, and I literally could have cried. Like I think a tear of joy rolled down my face, because she is like me. We are kindred souls. She was so prepared. I have a caption for everything. I have like overseas captions. I have flower captions, beach captions. Like I'm I got them ready.
And I'm like, what's good? What's this picture feel like?
People call me the caption queen. I got a color caption board, girl. Like,
I like
to
that.
This.
Yes. Cheers to that.
Cheers to caption queens.
Yes.
But yeah, so on your trip next year when you go to London, please make a stop by. So it is actually the UK. Like they're breaking out. Like there's a lot of political drama going on with it, but Scotland. Go to Scotland.
Scotland is the move.
Scotland, I
didn't know that, so that's good to know. I didn't
know that either, but
so you know this now, so it's good to like, because if you just Google like where should I go, Google doesn't know like, people's experiences, so it's like
Google and Siri, they don't know what you're about.
I hate Siri.
I hate her too. Ugh. She listens all the time though.
I know. Sorry, I'm like we get in fights.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't even talk to her.
I hate her.
Yeah, I don't talk to her. So let's leave her out. But okay, so love that. So we talked about Austin. Definitely want to travel more of the US coming up. So what is the number one favorite travel place that you've been?
Number one would have to be Sweden.
Sweden. Okay.
Yeah, and that's because I guess I like Austin, love it. Cancun, love it. But I will say Sweden was number one just because it's so different. And it's so far, and I did it by myself.
You did it by yourself?
The flight.
Okay.
But I wasn't on like a girls trip or a family trip. I don't know who I think I am, but I did it.
You're that bitch. That's my favorite thing to do.
Right. And I don't realize that I'm like doing, I guess, brave things until afterwards, and people were like, who does that by themselves? And I'm like, what? Like, who else was gonna come with me?
Before I went on my first trip, my dad was like, Chelsea, I would never think to do, like my first solo trip, he's like, Chelsea, I would never think to do that. I'm like, It's probably because you suck. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Dad. But I'm like, no, if you can't wait around for people to do the things that you want to do is like what I want to preach on this platform.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Do the things you want to do. Like, do what you're interested in. Just because other people want to go to, you know, the big, like Thailand and Bali and stuff like that, which I did with friends, which was great. I went to places that I wanted to go because that's what matters. That you live one life. What I want matters. Your insides, like, you're the only person who has to live with you every single day.
Right.
If you know, if you're lucky, you're going to find that soulmate who wants to do all those things too. But right now, that's not my concern. It's building up my dreams, my platform, and, you know, pushing that out to the world that they can do the same.
Yes. I love that. That's really nice. So
yeah, so you went by yourself. So you flew by yourself.
I flew by myself. It was 17 hours.
Nonstop?
Yeah. Because I was like, I'm not
a fan of the layovers either, but when I flew to Thailand, it was like 14 hours and we stopped in China and then but I was like, I was ready to get out by then.
Right. So I slept one part of it, next part of it, another melatonin. You know,
and also free drinks on international flights.
Yeah, so they gave me food, blankies.
They feed you too much almost.
I know. I'm like,
don't listen to that. We love it.
But this is super healthy.
I know. So much bread. I'm like, no.
Yes. Sweden was awesome when I got there, but I had to take a 3-hour car ride to I think I landed Arlanda is what it's called. How do I remember this all of a sudden? And then my boyfriend at the time, we met on Facebook.
Okay.
Super, super cute. Like
met on Facebook.
Yes, the quintessential Swedish man. Like he was 28 at the time. I was 22, probably 23. Okay. 21, 22.
Was it like a Facebook dating thing or like?
No, we just started talking. He was so cute. So I looked at his Instagram and he had all of those like he was on those pages of like interracial love, like because I was like, why do I see you different? Whatever. So he blew up from that. That's because that's really his thing. So I was like, oh my God.
You're like,
he chose me. So we met that way. I went there. We were with his family. We stayed with his family half the time.
So you flew and met his family.
Yeah, but I wasn't nervous. I was like, you're such a nice person.
You weren't nervous?
No.
Okay.
Why are you kidding?
You were like, let's go. No, maybe. I mean, you have not that you have any reason to be, but like just meeting someone's family, like. I know. But you knew it probably wasn't going to be like.
I just
forever.
Felt the energy. I wasn't thinking too far ahead, and that's why
live in the moment. Like
living in the moment,
about, and maybe the moment will turn into forever. But I think living in the moment is a good practice.
Exactly. So I met his family. I had a Swedish pizza. They eat it with a fork. Oh. Which is awesome because it's super thin. So they were like, yeah, a lot of like.
Because then it'd be floppy. Yeah.
Right. Americans, I think, are the people who eat it like that because we have too much bread. We're like
we like them thick.
Yes. Always. So yeah, I tried sill. It's this fish that's fermented in a jar. It's not that bad.
Okay.
I like a lot of different flavors. We had the deer meat, like fresh deer. We had a big midsummer is what they call it. I got there in like July. Midsummer festival, so I met his neighbors. They were all just like these cute old people who were like, why are you here? Because like, why would you want to be in Sweden when you're from San Diego? Like, so a lot of people didn't understand.
People ask me that all the time.
Yeah.
And I've talked about that before too, that like people, I feel like some of my friends have been like, oh, I'm afraid to travel. People don't like Americans, but they're always fascinated by us. Yeah. Like whether or not what's happening in our country.
Right.
But like, you can't like judge one person for the whole kind of thing. And so whenever I've traveled, people are intrigued. They're like, oh my gosh, like why are you here? We're San Diego, they dream about, coming to check it out.
Yeah, and they're like, you're from, it's either if you say LA or San Diego or New York,
stars.
It's
they
like,
see stars.
What?
They see stars.
It was really fun. He was super sweet.
How long were you there for?
2 weeks.
And did you ever get tired of it or?
I am super is it tolerant?
Tolerant, yeah.
I wanted to just be there and like not take it for granted. So I never try and like whatever situation I'm in, I'm like, even if this isn't exactly what I would expect, what if I never experience this again or I could die tomorrow?
Exactly.
So I just was there.
Yeah.
I think I was still like vlogging there too a little bit, but I never really like posted those because I was just like too shy. I met his best friends. We went out to these clubs. He knew this Swedish or not Swedish, but or he was Swedish background, but he was a performer all across the world, I guess. And he knew him. That was like his closest friend. And so he came and performed at this beautiful, like, think of like Soho, New York, like plants everywhere and just super hip. It was like the only place there in Sweden that looks like that. We went there and we performed. He had his whole entourage with him. And we just like hung out with them. We're like acting like Swedish stars. It was very fun.
Talk about it, be about it.
Yes, it was so much fun. So
then what happened with him? Had a beautiful trip.
Okay, so
the tea.
I hope the camera can zoom on this motion here. So the tea is that I think he was kind of looking for like not a visa, what's it called? Like
a green card.
Yeah, and like he really was into me. I was into him, but he was so into me, and I was like, listen,
red flag.
I know I'm
green card,
like,
red flag.
Yeah, green. Yeah. So I think that's what it was.
And this ain't Christmas, bitch. Yeah. We're not doing that today.
Yeah. And we started talking about it, and it didn't freak me out either. I'm like, screw it. Why not?
Talking about it.
We would have had beautiful babies, like with tattoos everywhere. So like, fine.
Wow, they would have came out with them. Huh? Did he have a lot of tattoos?
Oh yeah, that's like Swedish, like the norm.
I love tattoos. I've tried to tell myself I don't, but I really do.
Do you like them for you or for someone else?
I have no tattoos. But both my parents do. My dad is like covered with tattoos, but my most recent guy I was dating, he was covered, and I was like,
that's literally so hot. Was it on his neck?
No, but they went up to listen. No, seriously, like they stopped right here, so you couldn't see in his t-shirt, which I loved. But they went so all over his chest, his whole back, one of his whole legs, and then like the other leg. He's like, "Oh, I'm about to do that," and I was like,
"That's pretty hot."
It was so good. I didn't even know I loved it, but I loved it. I know.
I love tattoos.
So do you have tattoos?
I have 2.
Okay.
Hip and just like under here.
Okay.
And I want to get like pictures of things, like an image more instead of words.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
A picture of what?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I haven't decided, but the Swedes have figured it out really because that's their.
I didn't know that.
No, that's their standard thing.
Like they're so fair.
Probably, and it looks perfect, and it looks freaking perfect.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. So, yeah, like I would go back for sure, but I would go with someone else.
Well, yeah.
To be honest, he was just a little boring. That's it. He was a little simple-minded.
I don't think you and I are good with boring.
No.
So like I believe the opposites attract in some ways. So like So we have a lot of personality. So I need somebody who either also has a lot of personality, because I've dated people that people are like, you guys are the male and female version of each other.
I love that.
I love that too, but it has to give somewhere, because I know that I am stubborn as all hell. When's your birthday?
January.
Are you a Cap?
Aquarius. I almost was.
Okay. So you're on the cusp.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but yeah, no, opposites do attract, but I need somebody who is not boring. Like,
right. I don't do that. If you're not making me laugh or just
dazzling me, wowing me.
Yeah, like wowing me, and like but not like being weird about it, just like being yourself. Yourself has to be those things. Like funny is one, because I'm like a funny person. I like to crack jokes.
I don't even try.
Right,
I know.
Right. Humbly. We're humble, funny people.
You know, yeah, we had our slices of humble pie this morning, but they wore off. So, yeah, no, I
never heard that.
My dad always, growing up, my dad would tell me, baby girl, you got to eat some humble pie. Which is a good thing. It's like a good thing to like think about, but also like be humble, but also like let these bitches know.
Right. 100%.
So, yeah.
So he was boring.
If you don't love you, nobody else is going to.
Right. I'm like my number 1 fan for sure, because you have to be. Everyone should be.
Yeah. I mean, we all have moments of doubt. Like I know I do, right? But then I'm like, oh wait, like,
yeah,
there I am.
That bitch.
That's right. So yeah, okay. So love that. So he was boring. So did you kind of say like, oh, this isn't working, or was it kind of
And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do it in the best way.
Did you ghost him?
No, but I went back home and I was just like, oh, I don't know how to handle this. And he came to visit, and he was supposed to stay with someone else, but he ended up staying with me. And I was like, I can't even accommodate like you staying here, because I live in like a 1-bedroom of a house. Like I'm in one room. So it was just, it didn't work. And it just didn't, it was not a good, clean breakup. But he was like, you're the only one for, I was like, okay, calm down. I'm not giving you a green. I could just feel it at that point. It's like,
Oh my
why
God,
are you so, it's like, why are you so obsessed with me? But it was like, I know that there's an ulterior motive around it. I could tell. No one has ever been into me that much.
Okay, have you seen 90 Day Fiancé?
Yes. And Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorites.
There we go. Yeah. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, and we're not.
Yeah. Because that's
here
the
for
thing. Like people, you think it's kind of like a citizenship thing.
Yeah. If
that they're looking for.
If something feels off, it is.
Right. So I trusted my gut and I moved on.
Good. Trust your gut. She knows what's what.
Mm-hmm. How do you know all these, like?
I just am like, honestly, I love.
You're like rhyming left and right.
I love rhymes.
I'm not good at that.
All of my captions are rhymes. Once again, I am a very organized person. I'm very type A woman.
Nice.
So, but okay. So anyway, so he didn't work out. So then we moved on.
Right.
So okay. So one thing that I love about you, I love many things about you, but so you have your own, like we talked about, a YouTube guru dating channel.
Yes.
So how did this start? What got you into it? And tell us a little bit about what you talk about on the show.
Sure. So, back in about November, December of last year, up to January, I was with my closest friend, and he knew this girl who was really close with her, and they would just like kind of party together all the time. And she's like this, just really like certain different type of personality. You can just, certain people you can tell. You may or may not have an abusive boyfriend. And I'm not saying like over the top, but I'm saying like you can just tell she probably allows disrespect. It's just type of girl.
Like I could tell you and I like
not happening. I don't take that. And I could just
if anything,
tell.
I would abuse you. Right. Not really. No, I wouldn't.
Right,
but you know what I mean?
Really.
Like it's not going to happen.
Exactly.
You said something on your channel, so I watched one of your videos, and you said that somebody, if this is the girl that threw her shit in the street.
That's her.
Okay, so, go. Oh yes, my God.
Okay, so she was telling me, hey, I kind of want to date. I'm dating this guy. I want to see if maybe we should move in. We're thinking about it. What should I do? And so I was like, I literally was not interested, but people talk to me. You can't shut them down. Yeah. I was like, I'm literally trying to take a shot, but it's fine. She was so sweet. And she was like, will you be my friend? I'm like, yes. Yeah. So sweet. And we still are friends. She needed
some love.
Right. And so she's like, can you let me know, like, should I move in? I was like, absolutely not. You have not said one positive thing.
My space is sacred. Like I've had many boyfriends ask me to move in, and I'm like, no.
And it's like, if you're not ready to get married, my dad taught me this, you shouldn't be moving in because there's only one or two ways you can go. It's usually a breakup.
Yeah, we're not playing house.
Right. No, I don't see a ring. I don't see any diamonds or anything. So, so I just told her, do not do it. She comes back to me the next couple weeks and she's like, so he wouldn't stop disrespecting me. I had to tell him what's up, and I said no, kicked him out, and then he threw all of her stuff out, and it was like the real him came out. And I was like, thank goodness that you saw that, because that's what matters when you're dating someone, is like, how do they treat you when they're mad or when they're sad or when they're stressed. And he showed her, and I was like, imagine your house being turned upside down by him when you guys got in a fight. He would have done that eventually. So I helped her, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, who are you dating? Like, how come? And all my friends are always like, why are you, Kiki? You always get these men, like they're always suited and treating you well, and you're always going nice places and trying new foods. And I was like, because that's what
I exude.
That's what I exude. That I want to do that. And it's not ever a thing about like, so what dating up is, that's where the channel came from. And I was just like thinking of names, and I was like, dating in the city, like something. And I was like, calm down, you're not Sex and the City, but I am.
We are.
Right. But yeah, we are. So dating up just stuck. It's stuck.
Dating up on Up to Date.
On Up to Date. I love that. So it just happened, and I was like, let me focus in. Like I can tell what type of men are a no, like what type of men you want to attract. And I always say, like, you never want to like lower your standard. And like dating up, when you first see it, people think, what is she teaching? Is she teaching sugar daddy skills? gold digging. And I'm like, that cannot be taught. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to teach people that. Right?
Yeah.
Like you either are or you aren't. It's not
Yeah.
something I need to teach. I don't have time for that. So I'm trying to teach, like, dating up means you have really high standards for dating. You're never desperate. You have confidence. You are always in control of your dating life. It's not about money. It's about a mindset that you have. And it's kind of like my kind of slogan, I guess, is you are the prize and he is a catch. So it's you're a prize, you are something to be earned, and he's a catch too. He's not like beneath you.
The treasure doesn't do the hunting.
See, there you go again. Like, see, I don't know any of those things. Those little sayings. I like that. The treasure what?
The treasure doesn't do the hunting.
Yeah.
So don't ever chase a man.
And the sperm swims to the egg.
Yes,
okay?
baby.
I learned that one recently, and I'm like,
you better lay out, get your tan, and that man, the one that's supposed to be with you, is going to come and stay.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to teach, because it's like you don't need to lower yourself or your standards or what you require
if
to get someone.
If you question them or what they're doing, they're not the one for you. You deserve so much more than that.
Yeah, and there's so many men on this planet that I can't even keep up. Like my thumbs are not able to keep up the swiping.
Please, yes.
And every next person that I meet, I'm like, whoa, I didn't think I would meet you. Whoa, like you.
There's always something better around the corner, but to me, like everything starts with a belief. Like your belief creates your reality. So like if you believe that if you're only worth somebody who hits you up when they can, they're not a good texter, or no, I believe that I'm worth somebody who says good morning to me every morning and good night to me every night.
What you require.
I require it.
Yeah.
So if you don't have requirements, then somebody's not going to meet them.
Right. Exactly. And that's fine. So let them, what do you call it when it's like they just phase out, and that's fine without you getting hurt and stuff.
Yeah, we could do the fade out. I mean, so here we talk about a lot. I am not a fan of ghosting.
No.
So, but there is something like respect. So like if you've ever texted somebody, because even though now we're at this level where you and I were like, okay, we're not going to entertain anyone who's not meeting us where we're at. We have before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Or like they're giving us like 20% of something. So you're like, ooh, okay, that's good, but the rest of it's trash.
You hold on. You hold on for that little nugget, right? But like, don't settle for crumbs. Like you don't need to settle for breadcrumbs. Yeah, you don't need to settle for crumbs. But yeah, so basically like I love like if you text somebody and then they don't get back to you right away, and then like a couple days later they're like, oh hey, what are you doing? Not you ever.
Nah. Not anything to do with you.
No.
Yeah.
So I demand and require somebody who respects me and my time, and my emotions. So somebody who's not going to. I've dated many people in my life where I've dealt with everything: narcissists or gaslighting or silent treatment or, luckily not too much cheating. I mean.
Yeah, I haven't really experienced it. I would cut it off.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. But at the same time, it's like, I know what I'm worth. And I have stuck around for bullshit before, but that ended, a while ago. Once I leveled up and said, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. I know who I am. I know what I want.
Right.
And once I started focusing on myself, I cannot stress this enough. I used to focus on the man I was with, right? Like, okay, like what's going on with him? What is he doing?
What can we do to make sure that he's happy?
What's his schedule? I need to make my schedule around his so I can see him.
Yeah.
How about my schedule? Yeah. Have you read the book Why Men Love Bitches?
No, but I've read Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
So I've read all of them, baby girl. Yeah. And so I've read that one. I love me some Steve Harvey.
What's the Why Men Love Bitches? Like, tell me the.
So bitch stands for babe in total control of herself.
Ooh.
So what I love about that, and so there's Why Men Love Bitches and Why Men Marry Bitches. Huh. And they're both like, they're different enough that they're both like worthwhile to read, and they're really fun.
Yeah, I love stuff like that.
She's hilarious. Like, you honestly have to read them. I totally recommend them. I've given them as gifts to my girlfriends before because they're so much fun.
Yeah.
And one of my girlfriend's brothers actually said he's read the books because he wants like, the insider's perspective on the female psyche. But so basically it talks about if a man breaks a date with you, don't try to make another date with him.
No.
That shows you that person's not valuing you.
It's just not you're not a priority at all in that time. Like you're just not.
And if you're a priority to yourself, then you're not going to chase after anything that's not making you a priority.
Right.
So it's like, what's more attractive? Somebody who breaks, so say you have a yoga class that you love every Wednesday at 6:30. And then, you know, you have a date with this person, but they haven't hit you up. And then last minute, they're like, oh, are we still on? You're like, oh, actually, I didn't hear from you. So I'm going to do my yoga class.
Yeah.
Your worth just went up this much because you valued what you were going to do. You don't wait around. So my motto is, do not wait around for somebody to validate your existence. Your existence is valuable because you're you. But you have to believe that.
Yes. And like, it's not playing games. And you have to like actually practice it all the time for it to become true.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how you become the coach, not a player in the game, by valuing yourself. And I've done it before where I've been like, okay, like, is he going to hit me up? I'm not going to make plans. And how many times have we done that? And then it's ended up.
And then you have nothing to do.
And then you're sad. And then you're a sad panda.
Yeah, it's like you need to like go on like actually have things going on in your life. Like he can be back burner until he does what he needs to do to be like at the front.
Exactly. So being a bitch means not being a bitch like, oh, fuck you, fuck that. No, it's being a lady. It's being sweet as a Georgia peach. Right. But it is valuing yourself and knowing that you're not going to stand for people who leave you for last minute. You're not going to entertain people who don't show you that they value you and put you next to them.
Right.
Or first.
That's when you are in a stage, and like I always tell like especially my friends, and I tell them once because I'm like, we're not going to be doing this back and forth nonsense where you like ask me for advice, I waste my time, you still do the same. I was like, I'm telling you one time if you ask me. And I always tell them you need to be very upfront and also understand what you want too. So I'm not going to be bitch with like a guy who doesn't like, I don't even see him as someone to date. I'm like, we can have fun, cool, be nice to me, yes, but like I don't need to like expect too much from you. But bitch comes in when it's like I want something serious. I want someone that like I'm looking for something more too. So now I make sure that I'm behaving with like what were they exactly? The bitch?
Babe in total control of herself.
Exactly. So then when it's just like fun and it's like, okay, you don't need to be so strategic. It's like, oh, he's cute. We have fun together. Cool. Don't text me. I'm not texting you the next day. I'm not looking for that. When it's like, I'm serious. I know what I want. I'm not going to settle. bitch definitely comes in.
So yeah, bitch. So in total control of herself also means for me control of your emotions. Because do you know how many times I've let like your emotions rule your life? Yes. Your emotions, like if you start feeling sad about something, you're gonna find more things to feel sad about, and it's like a succubus. But if you can change that thought to like, okay, this guy didn't text me, I'm sad, whatever, then like, no, I'm a bad bitch. Look at all these other dudes in my
There's
DMs.
so many people who want to be texting you, so let them. Or don't
I always
respond,
think about, I'm like, there's so many people that I just don't entertain.
Right.
But it's because I know what I want, when that's okay. Like, here's the thing I've learned too. I don't need to always be entertained. I have so many goals in my life. I have so many things that I want to do. And so since I've changed that mindset, I have attracted so many more amazing things in my life. Tonight, I'm going on a date with a millionaire to Nobu.
High five. Yes. Are you going to be in Malibu or are you going to be here?
Here tonight. Yes, we're staying close to home. I'm excited.
I just tried that for the first time.
And was it fabulous? Do you have any recommendations?
Everything. I don't even know specifically.
That's probably what I'll be ordering.
Everything. There's like this like cod, like a black cod dish.
Okay.
Try that.
Okay.
All the sushi, sashimi. Literally amazing. Run up the bill, and I'm not saying that to be like
no, but
like stuck up.
Right.
Just run up the bill because it's Nobu and it's going to happen regardless. So just, oh my God, everything's amazing. Just do it.
I'm excited. And once again, I think the bottom line is I deserve it. I'm not like if you feel like you don't deserve nice things, you're not going to get them. Right. But you and I both know that we do. So I've been taking on amazing trips and gotten amazing gifts that I didn't even really ask for, but I think deep down in my heart I like knew they would come.
Right. And you're like, is this actually my life? Like it's fun.
Is this real life?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I like as soon as I heard you talking about all of the things you talk about on your channel, I'm like, this is something that I would love to talk more about, because I think that people do look down upon, or how you said people say, oh, are you a gold digger? No, I'm not.
Yeah. And a lot of it is men.
It's men that are scared. They're
like,
insecure about themselves.
I'm like, I didn't say anything about your wallet, you brought that up. Like, I didn't say one thing.
Your perception of me is a reflection of you.
Of you,
So your perception of, oh, you're a gold digger? You have no gold for me to dig. I don't dig you. So you're sad.
You're so funny. Yeah.
Thank you, right?
That was hilarious. Yeah. It's I'm not, it's like, and people tend to pick apart what I talk about on dating app. It's like you pick.
I love it. I was cracking up. I was like, yes.
I think it's relatable. I'm trying to be relatable. It's the truth
that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear.
Right. And a lot of people just like, if you have something negative to say about me trying to empower young women to have standards and to level themselves up, you're either not and you're not ready to. That's fine, but keep your comments to yourself.
Thank you.
I really do appreciate the comments because they always help the algorithm, but like keep it to yourself. And this is like online, so like I don't have to read it. But, and then if, like from a guy perspective, you're being insecure, I'm not gonna read 4 paragraphs of nonsense when I literally said all positive things. They hook on to like one word that they don't like. Yeah, look at the comments. There's like paragraphs of like, let me tell you the things that I don't like. And I'm like, not entertaining that.
We're
like
not entertaining it.
I'm here to be positive and like worry about that.
You could have taken that time, sir, to level yourself up.
Yourself. Go watch the guy dating gurus and like you'll understand what I'm talking about.
That's the thing about internet trolls, you know, and like my friends have told me like since starting this podcast, some of my girlfriends are like, Chelsea, you have the biggest balls ever for doing this because it's putting yourself out there. And so like I thought of that when I, looked at you too.
Yeah.
We have some big ass lady balls and but it's a good thing because like if we don't say it, who else is going to?
Right.
And I love me, you love you, and like that's the first step of anything. So whether or not you love me is irrelevant because I do, and there's plenty of other people that do as well. So another relationship tip is like, people like I've seen this quote that says, you walk in a room and out of all the people that love you, you find the one that isn't sure about you.
Oh yeah. And why do we do that?
Why do we do it? It's because I think people like the drama. People like
we like the chase. Everyone is chasing something. It's natural to like the chase. So when they're too into you, it's sketch. When they're not, because you're like, oh my gosh, how can I? It's a project. It's like,
I know, but see, I'm done with projects. Like we all like inherently like them, but it's something that you have to train yourself. You can train yourself. It's discipline. You can train yourself into a different mindset, and you have to because you're
literally, I promise, like I'm like have videos about this and you're hitting all those points.
Oh, good.
Discipline.
It's a mindset because like trust me, sometimes I wake up or I'll toss and turn and I'm thinking these like crazy negative thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and I'm like, who are you? And I'll start writing in my gratitude journal or I'll write like, I am this, I am that, because I am is what creates the universe. What you tell yourself you are is like a
reflection. The world is happening like based on what your thoughts and your mindset
exactly is. It's a paradigm. So and you create it. So I've definitely created things that I didn't want. And like if you've ever had a situation in your life that wasn't to your liking, it's a hard pill to swallow, but you created it because you weren't focusing on this is what I want. You're focusing, and also if you focus on I don't want this, I don't want that, you're going to attract more of that because it's what your focus is.
That's true.
So my new thing is like I don't even focus on dudes. I'm focusing on myself and where I want to be. And since I've been doing that, like this date that I'm going on tonight, a friend of mine was like, hey, this is my husband's millionaire friend and he would love to, like whatever. And I'm like, okay, because I actually have been trying not to date for just right now.
Because it's good to not to just have like so you can focus. It's easier to focus without. I've
been asked on dates and like whatever, but I've just been kind of like, you know what? No, like, do I want to waste 3 hours or not waste? Go have a nice dinner and like banter with somebody who I know I don't see a future with for 4 hours? Or do I want to stay home, pour myself a delicious cocktail because I'm the best at that shit, and work on my website, work on my content, work on my next travel plan?
Right. Like you don't know if that date's going to benefit you or waste your time, but you know that taking care of what you're doing is going to benefit you. So it's easier to just focus on yourself, and then whoever wants to make the time to focus on you too.
Yeah.
They can do it, but you never lose out.
Exactly. Yeah. And, time is of the essence. And so, like, I feel like so many people are afraid to be alone.
Oh, my gosh.
And, like, in any essence. So many people are afraid to be alone. And I am not. Like, I used to be. It used to make me sad, but now I'm like, I love this.
It's
like,
fun.
It is fun. Like, I mean, trust me, I love doing stuff with my friends and whatever, but I recharge by being alone. And unless, like, you bring me more, you know, prosperity, peace, love, when I'm with you, then what's the purpose of me? Like, I'm living with purpose and I'm dating with purpose now. So I think that that's what dating up is, right? Yes. It's dating with purpose.
Dating with a purpose and a strategy, and just like you have like your sensors on, and you're just more sensitive to like bullshit, basically.
I've wasted too many nights, too many hours, too many tears on people that had no purpose really for me in my life. No. Everyone has a purpose, and they're like everything.
They were never thinking of you in these moments ever. Like, you're crying, you're worrying, you're hoping. They are literally they don't even consider you in these moments. Like, so it's like, why are you giving so much energy and time to these men? It doesn't make any sense. Like, they're not tripping about you.
No.
Like, you have to match their energy always.
Yep. Energy is everything.
That's it. And when you chase something too much, it runs. So when you start chasing the man, he's going to run. It's freaking weird. And we chase in such a more intense way. We really do. We're like,
it's like a desperate energy. And let me tell you.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Nobody wants somebody who's desperate. Like you talked about, this guy was desperate for, I mean, not that it wasn't for you, but like for something.
Desperate.
But we can like sense this. Yes. And so once you drop that desperation and you need nothing outside of yourself, doesn't mean you don't want it. Like, do I want you? Yes. Do I need you? Absolutely not. And I think men can sense that. And one of my favorite quotes, I love cats. I love dogs too, but I'm a cat person.
Yeah.
So it says, men are like cats. Chase it and they will run away. Sit there and ignore them. They will come purring at your feet.
It's true. It's how they work.
I mean, I don't like try to ignore anybody. I don't think that that's like nice, but at the same time, like, focus on you is what it means. Yeah. Lick your damn paws, freaking, you know, like, get yourself looking good, feeling good, and people are going to come to you because you're exuding self-fulfillment.
It's like in self-worth.
Self-worth is the internal, just like, jackpot that you have to hit before you're going to hit the lotto of love.
Yeah. And a lot of, I think, especially young women, like in your 20s, that's like the hardest. It's usually they have this misconception that men don't want a woman who respects themselves or has boundaries. They
As
are
Lauren
like
Hill,
craving,
respect is just the minimum, baby.
Yes, they're craving that, like how you know, little kids who act out. It's like the nanny will come in, that show, and she'll be like, you know, they're acting like this because they're craving your attention to fix what's going on. Right. Like, they're literally craving it. So men who are misbehaving or just acting up in your life, like, they're literally, it's like they're telling you, well, you're allowing me to get away with these things. And maybe you could.
What you allow is what will continue.
Yes. He's only going to do what you allow. He's only going to take from you what you're offering, first of all.
Right.
It's just, there's so many things I could keep going on about, but people, like, young women are not understanding it, and there's a level of desperation, and
because they're not understanding they're the prize.
Right. They are the prize, and you're the keep treasure. Trying to stress that.
You're the treasure. You don't need to do the hunting.
Right. It's just not how like our chemical makeup even works, and I think no one needs to it's not sexy or glamorous to like think about that, but it's just the truth. It's just, do some research. If you want to get into dating, do some research. If you want to have sex, do some research.
I think that is glamorous. Like, I'm the prize, I'm the treasure. I am fucking glowing. Whether it's sunshine or moonlight, like, you're gonna see me glisten because I know who I am and what I deserve and what I want. And
you have what every single man wants. Like, no one can take it from you. So it's hello, we're literally walking around as like these human dimes. It's what everyone wants.
Have you heard this song? It's called Fucking with a Dime.
No.
I'm gonna send it to you because
is it by Future?
No, it's this girl, and it's like, do not waste my time. It's the shit.
It's like poppy?
No, it's kind of like hip hop, but I listened to it on the Stairmaster and I hit that shit.
Nice. Send it to me.
I will. I'll send it to you. So, okay, let's wrap it up with, do you have a piece of dating advice for men, women, for both, just something that you want to put out so whoever's listening can kind of just take this and run with it and feel better about themselves just as an individual, but also in their dating pursuits?
Yes. So I'll start with the women, ladies first.
Yes, always.
I would say my piece of advice is for women, of all the things we just said. Make sure that you are not high maintenance and that you are having fun. Like, be fun. Be a fun, chill, down-to-earth person.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Men want to feel good. Yes, they're visual. They want you to look good. But if they're not having fun with you, they're not going to come back to you because they're going to associate you with a negative feeling. With
pain. We search for pleasure.
Right. So, and guys aren't into that. They're not into, like, not everyone. I'm not trying to generalize. They're not into feeling pain and, like, talking about it and thinking about it. So be fun. Be someone that they want to come back to. Be a soft spot to land and
That's
someone
beautiful.
fun.
Soft spot to land. I like that a lot. Okay.
So for men, turn the mic up because I need them to hear.
Testing.
I'm sending this.
For your testes. Here we go.
This is for your testes. So, men, whoever hears this, piece of advice that they've probably never heard before. I'm not kidding.
Oh, turn it up.
Okay, so men if you want to avoid the dreadful, god-awful question, what are we? Where is this going? Where do you see this? How do you see me? What do you think of me? You should start being more transparent. You are the leader, right?
That's right.
Take control of that conversation and have that conversation so you don't have to answer it. Tell the girl as things may change. If you tell us what we are, tell us where this is going. Tell me what you think of me. You won't ever have to answer our stupid questions anymore. Tell us and be transparent. Boom. Like, then they won't have that, like, closing in, like, oh my God, when's she gonna ask me? It's been 3 months. We're smashing. I'm disrespecting her a lot. Oh my God, she's gonna finally come up to me and ask me. Stop doing that. And because you're trying to make sure that you keep having sex. I know that's what they're trying to avoid, that because they think if you tell me the truth,
they're trying to secure the badge.
If you tell me the truth, I'm never going to have sex with you. Or I'm not going to even start. That's not true. Women like sex too. Yes. Be transparent and just tell us what you're thinking and what vibe we're on so you don't have to answer the question. And that's it.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Solves a lot of problems.
That is amazing advice. And so Kiera has a lot more amazing advice on her channel. So please be sure to check out the description to find her Instagram, her YouTube channel handles. I've had so much fun with you here today.
This was fun.
So much more to talk about. So much fun. Yes. I loved this. So cheers to you.
Cheers to that. Thank you for having me. This was great.
Thank you for coming on. And once again, thanks for tuning in to Up to Date. We'll see you next time.